All rise. Judge Vonda B. Court is now in session. Judge's case number JVB1055, Scott case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Mrs. Scott, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, I am just really tired of my husband not doing things that he should be doing, such as spending quality time with me and our 17-year-old daughter.
Okay.
He's just not coming up to par, and frankly, I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of it.
All right. So you all have a 17-year-old daughter.
Yes.
And you're tired of him not spending quality time with you and your daughter.
That's right.
I can totally understand that. Now, what does that have to do with me?
Well, I want a divorce.
You want a divorce because of that? You want to put him on child support because of
this? Obviously. I mean, he is the provider of our home. And absolutely, I want child support.
He's the provider of your home and you just want to get rid of him like that?
I just feel
because you're being petty and in your feelings?
Well, I feel like we've just grown apart and I'm just tired of him not making me happy. He doesn't take me out. We don't do fun things anymore. And frankly, I'm bored.
Oh, okay. Mr. Scott, why are you boring this woman to death over here?
I'm not real sure why I'm here.
Honestly, I'm not sure why you're here either. It sounds like she's just in her feelings right now because you're not spending time with her and your 17-year-old daughter. And that's not what court is for. We don't just place people on child support because we're in our feelings.
I recently retired. I'm tired. I worked 50 years and...
Welcome to Silent Short, where emotions explode and the courtroom becomes the battlefield. Today, things spiral fast. Mrs. Scott is fed up with her retired military husband, Mr. Scott. She claims he never takes her out, never spends quality time with their 17-year-old daughter, and now she wants a divorce plus child support. But here's the twist. Mr. Scott has been the rock of the family, providing for decades. He just retired after 50 years of service, and instead of peace, he's dragged to court because his wife says she's bored. Judge Vonda B. wastes no time. She slices through the tears and drama with cold, hard logic. But the question remains, is Mrs. Scott just being petty, or is there a deeper truth hiding in her frustration? Stick around, because this isn't just another breakup. It turns into a shocking courtroom showdown that flips everything you thought you knew about this case. And believe me, the ending will leave you stunned. Interview. And just like that, Judge Vonda B. drops the question that flips the courtroom on its head. Where did you retire? Because if Mr. Scott just closed out 50 years of service, providing, protecting, and building a stable home, then what exactly is the complaint? Here's the kicker, Mrs. Scott admits there's no abuse, no neglect, no abandonment. She's not claiming he's a bad father or a reckless husband. Her frustration boils down to one thing: boredom. But let's really think about this. Since when did emotional boredom become a legal ticket to child support? Does the absence of date nights mean you deserve a payout? Or is this just stretching the limits of family court? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is where personal feelings clash with hard legal reality.
From the military.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you.
This man is tired. That's why he probably doesn't want to spend quality time all the time. Can you give him a break?
Well...
And sir, can you spend some more time with your 17-year-old daughter?
When she's home, I'm more than willing to do that, but she's 17 years old.
Right.
I mean, she has a life, friends, a phone, and I'm available.
I can definitely understand that. I can definitely understand that. Mrs. Scott, let's not be petty. Don't do that. There is no reason to come to court and divorce this man, place him on child support, especially if you say he's a provider. He seems like he's a good man, retired military. He takes care of you, obviously. You look beautiful. So I don't think this is the right route that you need to go. Most people that come in this court get put on child support because they either deserve to be put on it or they were doing something they didn't have any business doing when it comes down to not taking care of their kids. So I just wouldn't want to put this man on child support just because, like I said.
Boom. There it is. Retired military. The puzzle pieces start falling into place. Mr. Scott didn't just clock in and out of an office. He spent decades in service living under strict orders, possibly deployed overseas, sacrificing birthdays, anniversaries, and holidays in the name of duty. Now the uniform is off, the mission is over, and he's learning to live without the structure that shaped him for 50 years. But here's the twist. Instead of peace, he's facing a wife who says life is dull. This moment digs deeper than child support. It's not just about legal payments, it's about what happens when the battlefield ends and the family field begins. Is Mrs. Scott dealing with emotional neglect, or is this simply a rocky transition of a soldier, trying to become a husband again in civilian life?
Your Honor, I really don't feel like I'm in my feelings because it's important in a relationship for there to be wonderful things happening. We have to find ways to keep our relationship healthy and strong and moving forward. We can't just stand still and be
like
stagnant. I mean, he's got to come up, he's got to do more.
Mr. Scott, can you assure Mrs. Scott that you're going to do more so you do not have to come in this courtroom and be placed on child support for a 17-year-old child?
I think her concern is it cannot solely be a burden for me. We have to work together.
I agree. I agree.
Yes.
You like that? I like that. That touched my heart.
This right here is the gavel drop moment. Judge Vonda just schooled everyone in that courtroom. She made it crystal clear. Court is not your emotional diary. It's not the place to vent. Because the spark faded or because your partner would rather nap than binge Netflix. Unless there's abuse, neglect, or genuine harm, dragging someone into family court starts looking less like justice and more like payback. But here's where it gets tricky. When does emotional unhappiness cross that invisible line and become a legal matter? That's the question Judge Vonda is throwing back at us. And the way she drew that line today with bold strokes might just change how you see the difference between hurt feelings and actual legal grounds.
Okay, and he loves you too. So, can I go ahead and dismiss this case and put people on child support that need to be on here?
Yes.
Thank you. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just want to go over what you saw in the Scott case. The Scott case was very cute, but it also had some petty elements to it, right? So wife was mad at her husband. He wasn't spending any time with her. He wasn't spending any time with their 17-year-old daughter. She said she had grown bored of their relationship. Well, you also saw that they made up, right? It's never going to be a good basis, guys, to come to court because you are in your feelings. It's very petty, and quite frankly, court is not the place for it. You really want to come to court based on good grounds. You know, one parent is not supporting the children like they're supposed to, or, you know, anything along those lines. But just remember, don't.
There it is. The mask finally came off. Mrs. Scott admits she still loves her husband. And when Mr. Scott looks her in the eye and says we must work together, even Judge Vonda couldn't hide the shift in tone. This stopped being about child support and turned into something deeper. A couple crying out for connection. In a shocking twist, the courtroom transformed from a battlefield into a space for healing, not punishment. How often does that happen in family court? Almost never. What we just witnessed was raw and unfiltered, a wife craving more than routine, a husband fresh out of decades of military service, and a judge wise enough to remind them that feelings are not facts. In the end, the case was tossed out. No child support, no divorce. Just a loud wake-up call for two people on the edge of drifting apart. So here's the real question. Was Mrs. Scott wrong for dragging this into court? Or was she brave enough to say what countless spouses feel but never admit? If you felt the weight of this case, smash that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Truth Court for more powerful courtroom moments that hit harder than any TV drama.